Hey, Ark, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey, Ark, did you hear me?
yeah, yeah,
Perfect,
yes,
man.
sir.
How's it going? How's your Sunday going?
Okay, okay.
Good to hear.
Uh, okay. I try to be brief as possible, but I am on the clock working, but I can move around.
Oh, you're
Uh,
working right now. Okay, yeah. No, if you need to get off, we could get off at any time. We could get back on. It doesn't, there's no set time frame right now. Whenever you want to hop back on, if you need to get off, just let me know, and we could always make time for it.
okay. No, I mean, then I'm free, but I was just saying that if you hear stuff moving, I'm just trying to see. I don't know whether it'd be good to have my complete undivided attention, or because I have a tendency to make stuff too serious, and so I'm just saying that I'm trying to relax and just take it easy, and maybe I get an epiphany about what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. We could go around and we could go over like any questions you have, and if anything comes up, then we can go over it. Otherwise, we can always meet up again at another time if you don't think of anything at once. But if you have anything specific you want to look at, we can go over pretty much anything. There's no barrier here. We could literally go over anything that you want to go over. And then if you don't think of all the questions now, we could always hop back on later. There's no this is ongoing. It's not we're not going to cover everything in one day.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing I got that I'm trying to pass the challenge. So, uh, I guess I'm through the hard part, but uh, I have a tendency to want to just destroy the opponent versus just winning. So, question is that I made my last trade and now win.
Hey Ark, I think I lost you. I don't hear you right now. Ark, are you there? Hey Ark, I think we might have lost connection, or I'm gonna hang around if you pop back in, but I'm still here if you if you make your way back. Here, let me check my messages. Ark, I'm about to message you. I think we might have got disconnected. I'm gonna hang around the Ark if you end up coming back. You got this whole hour anyway, so I'll be waiting for you if you end up popping back in. Otherwise, I'm just gonna look at the charts, see if there's any. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if there's any entries. Ark, I don't know if you're still on the call, but we will look for entries right now. See if there's anything to take off this 4-hour candle close. Oh, Ark, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. I think
Yeah, yeah.
you.
That I think I walked outside and it went from the Wi-Fi over to.
Oh, it's your phone. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. I followed the trades down to the exact T. My take profit was looked right. My entry looked right, but my stop loss was too close. So I got with the guy that's at the London session.
Oh, it's Marcus.
Yeah, I got Marcus. I said, hey man, mine don't look right, and I sent them that I got the screenshot that I can send that to you, so you can make sense out of it. And then so he told me to just it by this number, and so he sent me over a number, and he said subtract this number, and then it looked more like it was balanced out, like a risk to reward 1-to-1. Now
Okay.
what I'm saying is, why wasn't the other two wrong, or was they wrong too, and I just couldn't see it?
Let's see. So which one did you take? Was it the it was a London entry, right? Or was it the US one?
It was the that that I'm fin, that I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna see if I can send it to you.
All right,
Does
cool.
that entry? Maybe that'll make sense. Okay. I sent it to him. Well, I tell you what, I can actually go to his page. Go to his okay, so what is
Yeah,
it?
it might have been the U.S. session. Do you remember if it was in the morning or if it was like around midnight?
Well, I think it was around midnight, but it could have been a US. Okay, I got him. All right, that I sent them. Where's the picture? Maybe I sent it in a group. See, now I don't have my shit together. Now it seems like I'm wasting time. Okay, uh, that I sent it in the chat, I guess, and then that's when me and him started chatting on the side, and he started telling me to add whatever, and uh, it said do a buy limit. It still has to go push past whatever. Cannot guarantee, obviously. Should
This was on Friday, right?
no, it was on like Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday. Okay, let me pull it. I'm gonna go to that day, and then I'm gonna go and see what entry was it. Let's see. So 27th, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Okay, let me go to Wednesday on the 23rd.
It was to a point where I had enough time to not trade for the last 2 days maybe, because I didn't want to mess up and then get below the amount.
Oh, for the FTMO. Yeah, no, I feel you. All right, so it was 20.
Uh, that I just send it to you like this. Okay. I know what to do. I can look at my trades on now, but then I have to log out of the other account. Okay.
All right, so this is the London entry, and then this would be the. I don't think we did. We take. I don't think we took the trade on this day, right? Or it might have been the London one because the London one was right here, and it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one hit like TP1 because I remember that day. I didn't trade that day because of the news and
Okay.
stuff, but it
I
looks like.
this is it. I think. All right. Then I'm gonna screenshot you the before and after. Okay. I'm gonna send it to the Telegram. Okay. Where's Shawn? Shawn. Okay.
Okay, let me see. So that is on. Oh, you're trading on the 15-minute, huh? Let's see.
Well, really, it's the 10 minute, but we don't have a 10 minute on the
Oh, on
MP4.
T4. Yeah, no, I feel you. Okay.
So I try to get it as close so I can get a visual, which is crazy, but I don't have a 10 minute. Unless there's some tricks I can do to turn it, because that's frustrating too. Because I can't. I got to switch over screens. I got to have like a double-minded
I
type of
don't
thing.
monitor. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, cool. So it looks like this might have been the. Looks like it might have been the London entry. I'm looking at your screenshot right now. It was at 27286. 27.
And then I can show you.
Oh yeah, you took this one over here. Oh, you took it for a buy, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I could.
So for this one right here, there was a lot of news that morning. Let me see if I could pull up the chat for because I think Marcus took it, but I
Yeah, I
don't think
think we had a window of maybe an hour or 2 hours prior to some high impact news.
So let me see. I'm gonna look at his messages on Wednesday. So it looks like Wednesday. Yeah, so he called the trade right here.
And you ought to see me.
Oh yeah, you're on here too. You see that the stop loss is close, ain't it? So it looks like. Oh yeah, this is the same exact trade. So I see it right here, the same one that you took. Um,
because that's scary to me because I didn't know if my entry was right. I didn't know if the take profit right. And then why was one of them wrong out of all of them? Now that I'm not so arrogant to say that I didn't key in the wrong number of what he told me. But then he come back. I don't know if he did it on privately with me and him or he did it on the chat and said, put in this number. And so when he put in that number, it moved it fairly close to where it normally is.
Oh yeah, you were in profit. That's crazy. You were in profit a lot, and it was like it didn't even move up that much. I think your entry was different. Let's see. So yeah, cause it's weird. It looks like everyone here was in profit during that time. Like yeah, it looks like you said that you were and you made 10K in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like everyone was in profit. I don't know how that happened because the price was gone.
No. Okay, we won the trade.
Oh, was that a different one?
No. I mean, that was the trade that I'm gonna send you a screenshot of me winning the trade. As soon as I got to 700, I knew 700 was my magic point, and so I closed it. Okay, so we won the trade. So there was no problem. But what I'm saying is, I'm wondering if the entry.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The entries were different.
And the numbers or the stop loss, like if you look at the first picture I sent you, you see how close that stop loss was to the entry or whatever.
Yes, it's like literally right there. Like it's super close.
So then I messaged him. I said, like, this kind of close, ain't it? And then he called it, and he said, yeah, the broker's off by whatever. What I'm saying is, why all three wasn't off, or was they all off? Meaning,
yeah, because his entry was right here. I'm gonna put it up on the chart to see what it looks like. I think the numbers might have been. Actually, no. His stop loss looks all right. I don't know why it looks like that on yours because yours look really close. Yeah, your stop loss is like right there.
So do you think because it's FTMO that they kind of fuck with me to see that if I'm a panic or something?
No, I don't think it was that. Well, I know that their servers were kind of iffy last week, but I mean, thankfully it didn't hit your stop loss because it literally went straight into profit. Because if it did pull back a little bit, it might have hit it. But here, I'm gonna go to the 15 minute so I could see like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what happened there because it doesn't look like it should have.
So maybe I entered it wrong, but I looked at that number 3 times. I was like, no, man, this one is different from the other one. The second picture, that stop loss is right up under. And that other one, it goes to the next level or the next significant level. And I was like,
771. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like your stop loss is right, but I don't know why it looks so close on your screen. That looks really close. I don't know why.
Both of them is 15 minutes too. So what I'm saying is, I know for the veterans, for you, Razik, Marcus, y'all say just add 100. But for the person that haven't worked this, what I'm saying is on a buy, do I always add 100 to the upside and plus it? Or is it always less than the number, or is it always more than a number? Whether it's the stop loss, take profit, or entry that I'm supposed to add.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if you're entering a buy, then you want to add. Well, I mean, it'll be the same thing for either direction. So say if you enter this position right here, and your stop loss was going to be 27271. The problem with FTMO and their broker is that the pip number is a little off. It's off by about maybe one or two standard pips, but since we're trading in the micro pips, it's going to be about 100. So this number right here, this third number is usually going to be off by, well, it did. I don't know. Let me see what yours looks like. Let me see how many numbers.
Hold on, let me see your screen because I can't even see. Okay, I got you. Because you're probably showing me something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So normally, yeah, like these would be the the actual parameters if you were entering this. So say if you were to enter this trade, if you want it to be exactly the same, just to cover, the price differential, you would just change this third number. Like you see how it has 5 numbers here, it's 27271. So
Oh, wait. Okay, okay.
yeah, so pretty much if this is your price right here, you're just going to move the third number. So instead of having, so for a for your target, you're going to add 1 to it, and then so if you're buying, then your target, which is going to be this number up here, you're just going to add to the third number. So instead of 27420, you're going to put 27520, and that's going to be 1 standard pip or 100 micro pips. Or you can add 100 or 200 just depending on how much cushion you want. Probably add 2 just to be safe, because when price is moving crazy and it's just bouncing up and down, then that's where it becomes a little risky. Because if it's too close, you might get stopped out when you should be all right.
Okay, so what I'm saying is on a sell limit or any type of what's called a pending order. If he posts something that I'm supposed to change that number 1 up, that third number.
Exactly. So let me show you an example. So are you looking at my screen right now, Art?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you know how he has the target 1? So if he has the target 1, or no, for the full TP, so the full target 2, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna add 1 or 2 to the third number. So right here, the full TP is 27571. You're just gonna change that 5 to either a 6 or a 7, so that you can cover that price differential. So that'll make it even with your broker data, because your broker data is a little different. Every broker kind of has a little bit of different data with their pricing, but I can see a lot of people get confused with US 30 because that's what we trade most like during that time. So you're just going to change that third number. So if you're in a buy position, you're going to change that third number by 2. So instead of 275, you're going to change that to 277. And then same with your stop loss, you're going to subtract 2 from the third number. So for the full TP, you're going to add 2. For the stop loss, you're going to subtract 2.
For the take profit, you add 2. Now on the entry, let's say it's a pending order. What would I do then? Or did you
So
try to tell me and I didn't hear it?
no, I didn't tell you that yet. So for your pending order, depending on what order type you're doing. So if you're doing a buy order, which is a buy, like a buy stop, a buy limit, you're gonna add 2 to the third number. So right here it's 274. Instead of 274, you're gonna add 2 to that, and it's gonna be 276 instead.
276. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So if it's a pending buy or sell, I always add.
yeah, exactly. So you add to your entry, and then you add to your target, but you subtract from your stop loss.
And it's always 2.
Yeah, I would just do 2 just to be safe, because you don't want to you don't want to be too close. And then for your sales, it's going to be the opposite. So you ready for the sales?
Uh, and I'm not even that I should be writing this shit down. Or is it being filmed? I mean, is it
Yeah,
being
yeah. Yeah,
okay?
it'll be on YouTube. So I'll give you the link later and you can rewatch it. But if not,
Oh,
we could go over it again, and we
okay.
can make sure, because I want to make sure that you understand this, because I don't want this to mess with your account, because you're about to be funded soon. So it's about time that you get it down proper.
Okay. So in fact, I guess this is the part about doing 2 things at one time. Uh, I think I got it. You told me add 2 for the entry for a pending order, and on the take profit, and on the 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 stop loss subtract 2 for the third number,
From the third number, yeah,
and that's on the buy.
that's for a buy, yeah.
So whether a buy limit or a buy stop.
Yep, same thing for a buy.
Okay.
And then for the sell, it's going to be the opposite. So instead of adding to it, you're going to subtract it.
Okay.
So it's pretty much the same thing. I just want to make sure that you were actually getting it down.
Okay. I got it. So subtract the entry, subtract the take profit, and then for the last one, for the stop loss, you add if it's a sale. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, because so here's the problem. Like these are going to be the broad numbers for the specific broker, but with the FTMO broker, they're just off by like 1 or 2 points, and that's what confuses people a little bit. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but you know, if it's new to you and you haven't done it before, obviously you're going to get confused. But I'm sure you'll get it this time if you actually know what I'm talking about.
So the reason why that stop loss was off wasn't because of that. That was just some fluke thing that made it real close.
Exactly. Yeah, it's because the pricing is just
Okay.
a little different. So that's why I think your numbers were just a little off. But I think you ended up. I think you tried to change it probably, and that's why it was like super close here because I'm looking at your chart. Um, but if if you moved it over a little bit, because it looks like your stop loss was like pretty close up here.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if you look at if you look at what was on the single, that number should have matched up to exactly to the single that he gave.
exactly.
So, but okay, I don't want to stay on that too. Okay, should I starting out for this last part of the for the FTMO? Should I just let the first two go to full take profit, or do I keep what I noticed on the London session? It's almost you're always going to get a chance to get
TP1, right?
a TP1, and so uh, Razik told me, hey, you know, you're gonna have to get out of this one and watch the trade all day because you're gonna get sleep deprivation.
Yeah,
And so,
if you're gonna go to sleep, I would just set your TP to TP1 and then just let it be, because you don't want to risk, it reversing on you like it did right here. Because if you
yeah.
felt like if you didn't get out at TP1 right here, it would have went hard the opposite way. But since you were awake and you knew what was going on, you exited right on time and you made that profit.
So that one I did good by taking it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Badass. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if my psychology level tells me a little money is better than having to revamp a loss, like I did starting on the FTMO when my first one was like 2,000. It was like 1,900 loss. But I came back and I still passed. If I'm okay with taking a small losses, then I'm cool. But I've been trained previously 2-to-1 risk reward, uh, uh, and but I'm getting out of that now. That I'm seeing that this is a matter of averages versus risk to reward. Meaning you can go full take profit, and at the end of the month you're going to be in profit. Uh, but for the end of this FTMO, how should I do that? Should I just let them run up to full TP1 for the London session, and then let them go for the TP2 for the US session?
Personally, let me see, because there's a lot of news this week. I mean, it's not a lot of crazy news, but it is NFP week, which is where they're going to release the U.S. non-employment data. So it might be a little risky to let it run a full TP. I would personally probably just, well, depending if you're going to be available during the U.S. session.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Then
Because
I'll pass out from no sleep, but I should be up.
yeah,
I mean, cause I didn't caught a few right at noon, and they still hit. Do you remember that one you said that I know that there's nobody in this trade, and then I end up taking it and I still won.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
uh, uh, what I'm saying is I'm in my crazy mode where I do almost anything to get it, but long term I gotta come up to some normalcy and something that I'm willing to. You know, as long right now I'm at a point. I'm not trying to get millions. I'm trying to make a living. So, uh, down the line, once I master this, I want to move on to scalping. I want to do this so I can work hard because you say scalping is more lucrative, but it's more you you in the charts more. So, uh, I'm just trying to get out of pest control. So
Exactly. Yeah, no, I get you.
so for the most part, I'm okay with TP1. That I go crazy when I'm seeing $1,000. That that I'm running out, running, throwing stuff, and and celebrating, uh, doing pelvic thrusts, But I mean, but some, but that one time I let it go to full ride, I said, whatever happened, happened. When I woke up, it felt so good when it was full TP2, and you're looking at $2,300. It it
Exactly.
it just feel, especially on the FTMO, because that brought me out of the hole that I was in into a lot of profit. So uh uh just you got any advice for how I should come out? Just uh with with Razik, he said TP1 for the London, and then for the other one full profit for the US.
Yeah, you could do that. So I would recommend during London, probably just set your TP to TP1, and then during US, since you're gonna be awake and you're available, I would let it run to full TP, but then I would still move your stop loss to TP1 when you can, because in that situation, if you do that, you get to guarantee TP1, plus you get to go for the full run to full TP. So it's a win-win for you as long as you're able to manage the trade, because not everyone can manage your trade and move the stop loss. But I mean, it's really up to you how you want to do it. If you want to just let them run a TP1 so you can pass FTMO right away, by all means, you could do that because that's probably the best option. Since you are doing the verification right now, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for your verification, you only have to make half of the profit. So instead of making 10,000, you only got to make 5,000. So that's like what is that, like 3 trades, maybe even less. So that's like 2 full TPs, or um or
Or five, no, or maybe four of the take
TP1s.
teams. Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing with the verification phase is that you got 60 days now. So there's no rush. Like you can literally take your time if you really wanted to.
I got
So
60 days.
yeah, they double up your time and they half your profit. So you got 60 days to pass, and then you only got to make 5,000. So you could take your time if you want. It's really up to you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me
Yeah.
go through this stuff. Okay. Next one. Next one. Because we might have to go on, and then I might have to do another because I got so many questions. Uh, don't drive and text at the same time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
do it.
Now, uh, should I let? Okay. What is the key? What's the key to scalping? Okay. You say when it rejects off of a pivot, uh, and you got the trend or whatever the case is. What I'm saying is, what is a rejection mean?
Uh,
Meaning that I know you get a wick off of it, and in relationship, this is what my mind sees. I got to make it hard in order for me to get it because I'm ex-military, and if it's not giving me to in instructions step by step, such as my stop loss being off where I can eyeball it and see what's wrong, it sends me into a panic mode. That when they tell me Charlie Bravo Zebra send a package now, it got to be Charlie Bravo Zebra. If a Delta or a hotel come in and it's not what they told me, I don't pull a trigger. So I'm starting to ad lib and start being a trader, and you got to have common sense. Common sense told me that stop loss was off, so I went to the mentor, which was Marcus at the time. So, okay, Marcus, and he gave me the number. Where he got the number from, I don't know. But now you made it a little bit easier because you just said add two to this third number. What I'm saying is, what does a rejection mean when you're scalping? Does it mean that not only if you get an angle or hard angle, and you
so
get that hard angle, and you see that price go up to one of the pivots, and it goes to wick? At what time during the wick is it considered a rejection?
so the way that I look at rejections are, so basically the way I look at them, I try to see where where it establishes a low. So if you're looking for a rejection to the upside, I like to see price go up, and then as it comes down, like right here, you can see that it establishes a low right here. Are you looking at my screen right now, Art?
Yeah, and driving, but
Oh man, you gotta be safe. Well,
okay. Then I'm starting to. Then I'm finna pull over to the side. Okay, now then I'm parked right now.
all right, I just want to make sure you're safe. All right, we don't. If you're busy right now, we could help back on this. You know, I could make time for you. Just let me know when you want to, get back. I just want to make sure you're safe. I don't want you to. This isn't that important where we have to talk like right now. Like I'll make time for you. I just want to make sure that you're not going to get into anything crazy.
I got you. But would you say that my questions are different than the average person question?
No, like this is a subjective question. The thing with identifying rejections, this is something that's very subjective. Like the way I see it could be totally different from the way you see it, versus the way that Razik sees it, the way that market sees it. When you're identifying rejections, everyone identifies them totally different. So this is a normal question. This isn't something that's like out of the blue. And that's why
Okay.
like we kind of have to like focus on this to actually, break it down so you can understand what I'm talking about. Because the thing is like we'll still see things differently, but if you understand like my perspective of it, maybe you could adapt to it so that you can see exactly what I'm seeing. But there's no one way to really identify it.
Okay. Cause I'm a repeater. If I can learn it faster if I repeat exactly how that person sees it, then I can adjust once I master it. Such as if he say the bottom, I would say the foundation of the structure of whatever trade is. And everybody like, why are you saying foundation? He means the bottom, but the bottom can mean a lot. But so I say foundation, tomato to tomato. So that I'll be free for the morning or whatever. If you got time then just hit me up and I'm ready.
Yeah, if you wanna talk about this tomorrow, if that's a better time for us to meet, we can always meet tomorrow. So there's no big deal. I mean, I can check my schedule to see if I just want to make sure that it works for your schedule, because I know you still work your pest control job, so I don't want to like have that like tie into your own job. Like if you have free time, we could hop on. It could be in the morning, it could be at night. It's just it's really up to you. But if right now is a good time, we can still go over this. But if not, then we can always reschedule for another time. Because I know you have a lot of questions, so we could have this weekly. It doesn't have to be just once in a while. If there's a specific time that you want to meet up, we can have your questions ready, and we can go over pretty much anything that you want to cover.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then we'll just reschedule, but look at this lady talking doing to me. Okay, so I'll be ready whenever you ready.
Yeah. So tomorrow, if you're free tomorrow, just you always message me on Telegram. So just let me know if you're free, and if I'm free during that time, we can hop right on. Yeah, there's nothing really. The only thing we're gonna be doing tomorrow is trading anyway. So as long as we're both free during that time, we can just hop on a call real quick, like we're doing right now, and then we can go over. We just knock out as many questions as we can get at that time, and then we could get back on again at following time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you should probably get back to work before you get in trouble, and then we can hop on probably tomorrow.
Okay, cool. All right, see you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.